Anua Pore Control Cleansing Oil. It's the Heartleaf cleansing oil that divided the internet. Half of the people say it's wonderful, the other half saying it's breaking them out. Every time I washed my face, I felt like I was eating the product. I could taste it in my mouth. Hey, it's Ekat. Think electronic cat? Yeah. Welcome to my edit by Ekat. It's a safe space for all kinds of skincare enthusiasts, whether it's 3 steps or 23, you're in the right place. 6 months of empties. Even I'm impressed. There's a lot to unpack. Let's start with cleansing and toning. Just before we start, I need to mention that I have dehydrated, acne-prone skin that is slowly transitioning from combo to more normal to dry. My main concerns are hormonal breakouts, PIE, some acne scarring, and fine lines and wrinkles. I'm also quite cautious around essential oils and fragrance because I'm allergic to limonene on my neck. I had it in my shower and the label kind of melted off. It was absolutely disgusting, I must say. First up is the ISEHAN Kiss Me Speedy Mascara Remover. I can honestly say it changed my life. I can't live without it now. I would use it to remove absolutely any mascara. You would apply this onto your lashes and then leave it for a couple of minutes and then go in with your usual oil or balm cleanser, and it just breaks the mascara beautifully and easily. I do have a few backups. I haven't tried any alternatives and I kind of don't want to. Good old CeraVe. This is a good micellar water if you want to get something locally, if you want something gentle, suitable for sensitive skin. I usually use it on my sensitive neck and my neck absolutely loves it. I do prefer larger bottles of micellar water and it's a little bit expensive for what it is. I would repurchase it if I'm in a pinch. Otherwise, I would explore some other alternatives. The next one is a toner pad cleanser hybrid. I love these. I absolutely love these. As soon as I tried them for the first time, I bought backups. So you will see these a lot. These are Round Lab Birch Juice Cleansing Pads. I believe they could be toner pads in their own right. They're hydrating and moisturizing. The birch juice is just divine. They're suitable for sensitive skin. The material is quite cushiony and plush, soft enough but thick enough to swipe all over your face. Can't recommend them enough, I would say. The next one is the famous kid on the block. It's the Anua Pore Control Cleansing Oil. It's the Heartleaf cleansing oil that divided the internet. Half of the people say it's wonderful, the other half saying it's breaking them out. It worked wonderfully. Let's just begin with this. It is an incredible oil. It's very lightweight in consistency, very easy to apply. Work it in and then rinse off cleanly. The only thing is the scent. And it's strong. It's very strong, to the point that every time I washed my face, I felt like I was eating the product. I could taste it in my mouth. No matter how hard I tried to keep my lips clenched every time I've done the cleansing, which is not the thing you want to do every time you wash your face. But yes, the scent was so strong that I could taste it in my mouth. So after a while, I just couldn't handle it anymore. It's a shame. If they release a non-scented version, that would be absolutely amazing. I think it's going to be definitely one of the top cleansing oils out there. But for now, I'm going to steer clear. And yeah, something to keep in mind. The last of my cleansers doesn't have any label. I'll get to it in a second. But this is the Torriden Balanceful Cica Cleansing Gel. The story behind the label. I had it in my shower and the label kind of melted off. It was absolutely disgusting, I must say. So if you're planning to keep this in your shower, don't. Although, in my opinion, it shouldn't reflect badly on the product itself. The product itself is quite nice. It's full of Cica compounds and some LHA to help with the regulation of sebum. And it's supposed to be really good for acne-prone skin. I made a mistake of opening this after the KAINE Rosemary Relief Gel Cleanser. This one also has rosemary essential oil in, so you would smell rosemary while using it. It was that continuous exposure to the smell that I just couldn't handle. I wanted to use it up quite quickly, so I would use it on my body just to get through the product quicker. I do love the pump packaging. There's a lot of cleanses to experiment with out there, so I don't think I'll be repurchasing this one anytime soon. After a while, I started getting a slight headache from using it. I can't tell you what attracted me to this next product. The DEWYTREE, the Clean Lab AC Dew Calamine Essence Calming Pads. Whew. Yeah, that's a mouthful. DEWYTREE is an interesting brand. I believe they would be targeting a younger demographic. I got curious because of Calamine. They do have a slight scent to them. They feel soothing, calming, hydrating. The material is quite a sturdy cotton. The shape is superb. I would love to see more toner pads with a shape like this, straight on the edge and then dip under the eye. Perfect to use when your cheek area is inflamed and you want to have a bit of calming sensation. I mostly use them for swiping my face, and I found the cotton not really soft but sturdy enough to do that wiping motion. They're definitely not the toner pads that are geared towards sheet masking, I would say. Those tend to be thinner and lighter material. No, I don't think I would repurchase. My curiosity was satisfied. Moving on to sheet masks, my favorite category. Mary&May Hyaluronic Panthenol Hydra mask. This is a big pack of 30 sheet masks. That's what we call the daily sheet mask. I usually would use it in a toning step, somewhere after cleansing, prepping my skin, and then putting one on, or in between toners. This is great for daily hydration and soothing. The main focus of this particular mask is the hyaluronic complex and panthenol. So it's been absolutely wonderful to slot it into my routine because it doesn't have any particular actives or anything like that. The material is quite nice. It's quite absorbent, so you do get a lot of essence with every sheet mask. The only gripe is the scent. Quite distinct floral scent you would recognize from Mary&May products. After a while, I started getting a slight headache from using it. The one I'm showing now, I think it has a new label, which is pink in color and not gray. But yeah, I do recommend, if you're not opposed to the scent, they're really good value for money if you're looking for a nice pack of 30 sheet masks. Oh, I probably should mention that you won't see any individual sheet masks, only the big packs in this video, just because as I use an individually wrapped sheet mask, I tend to cut up the packaging to make sure I get all of the essence out. It would have been really hard to store afterwards. So I'll figure something out for the future in order to showcase what I'm using. But for now, just remember that I am using a lot of individually wrapped sheet masks in addition to these big packs that I'm showing you right now. Next up, we have a pack from VT. This is their Cica Reti-A sheet mask. Reti-A stands for Granactive Retinoid. This is wonderful for daily pore care and well aging. The ingredients are not strong at all, so you are okay to use it on the daily. It does have a slight scent to it. If you don't mind the scent, then it's a wonderful daily mask that actually does something, not just hydrating. To me, the scent was fine, didn't give me a headache or anything, even with the prolonged use. My gripe with these masks is once you open them, the period after opening of only 2 months. So you have to be quick. You can't leave it on the shelf, and you have to diligently use it daily or every other day. I would suggest to set a reminder that you don't forget, especially if you are not sheet masking every day. Whereas for me, I'm used to using one every day, so it wasn't too much of a struggle, but I guess it requires a lot of commitment where I would say, okay, I'm opening this pack and this pack only. I can't be reaching for anything else to make sure that I use it within the allotted time. The materials is tiny bits different than I would like, but it's not a deal breaker, and the mask is actually surprisingly hydrating. When you put it on, you don't feel like it's absolutely drenched in essence, but when you remove it, you feel like, okay, this is a perfect dose for me. So yes, I would definitely recommend, but I would recommend more the TX Toning Daily Sheet Mask. I don't know whether you can see. This is a wonderful mask. I think this is geared a little bit more towards sensitive skin. Hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and tranexamic acid. It has that spot care, as Koreans would call it. It has no fragrance, and the sheet mask does feel hydrating. I felt like I reached for it without needing a reminder because my skin just craved it. The material, the sheet mask, is kind of the same, and it could have been just my imagination, but I felt like these were smaller in size than the one I previously showed you. Again, could be my imagination. I'm pretty sure my face didn't get bigger, but it just felt more snug. Anyhow, I think this is an excellent choice. It will suit most skin types still 2 months after opening, so be careful around that. Last product within the masking category is not exactly sheet mask, but I thought it was the perfect place to put it. Mary&May Daily Safe Blackhead Clear Nose Pack. So this is your blackhead cleaner, pore cleaner type of product. They usually come in 2 steps, where the first step will be the solution that will soften the sebum in your pores. Then as a next step, you'll be able to gently cleanse all the stuff that can come out. You would use a tool or a cotton swab to gently push the skin surface. And then you will apply the step 2, which is the pore tightening, but also soothing solution. So you don't get any irritation, you disturb your pores. So it will calm everything down, tighten everything back up. I'm not sure I'm explaining it really well, but yeah, I believe these were like one of the first ones that came out. There weren't many back in the day. There's obviously plenty more to play with right now, to explore and to try. Would I repurchase these in particular? Probably not, but I think it was a good introduction to the type of product that it is. It's such a good product. It really is. So yeah, a bit of a dilemma. Now, we finally arrived to the juicy portion of today's video. I don't know what that means. It's essences and toners, and we're going to kick things off with an essence. This is a Jing Song Soothing Moisture Skin Essence. Glorious essence, in a sense that it's so hydrating, so juicy. Whenever you put it on your skin, you can just feel your skin replenished and your barrier supported. I think it has all types of ingredients like hyaluronic acid, beta-glucan, glycerin, niacinamide, adenosine. It's probably easier to name what it doesn't have at this stage. I think as far as essences go, it really stands out from the crowd because of its texture. And the texture is just that kind of juicy jelly that melts into water once you apply it on your skin. You will be able to slot it in either at the essence step, the toner step, the serum step, whichever you prefer. It's going to play well with absolutely everything. I can't say enough good things about it. One thing that I'm against is its packaging. Although some people would prefer the glass bottle and feel like it's very luxe, heavy and substantial to hold in your hands, I see it more as a hazard. I might not wash all the product off my hands before I reach for it. The result, it's me dropping it and it shattering into a million different pieces. Surprisingly, that's the reason why I wouldn't reach for it as often as I would like. Now, I managed to finish the bottle with some struggle. I didn't want to use it all the time, which is a shame. If it had a different packaging, then I think I would be able to use it more frequently, more freely. It's such a good product. It really is. So yeah, a bit of a dilemma. I think for that reason, I won't be repurchasing it. The next essence is a bit of a flop for me. And not only because it's another glass bottle. It's a Dr. Surico Vegan Active Very First Essence. So this is an interesting essence. I don't know, it just didn't do anything for me, to be honest. It didn't feel particularly hydrating. It didn't feel like I wanted to reach for it and use it. And on top of that, it has this weird fragrance. It has this powdery, soapy smell. Nothing to do with berries or fruit for that matter. And I just didn't know how I felt about it. It wasn't something I enjoyed putting onto my skin or layer with my other skincare. So I ended up using it on my body. And on my body, it was amazing. It was just the right consistency. It gave me the sense of hydration that I didn't feel on my face, but for my body, it was like, okay, this is instantly hydrating. The dry down time was fast, so I can put on my clothes straight after. If it wasn't that expensive, I would buy another bottle for my body. Actually, I do have another bottle, which I'm already using it on my body. Now, the 2 bottles that I have, I got them as a free gift with purchase while placing an order on Stylovana. I wouldn't buy it separately on its own. For the money, this seems to be a bit of a luxury. It is a bit of a miss. If you were choosing an essence, then I would recommend you go for the JUNG essence. It was just nice. It was just meh. Okay. Next up is the COSRX 6 Peptide Skin Booster. Incredible product, and I think COSRX done a wonderful job by creating this one. It just caters to so many skin types and so many skincare routines. The texture is wonderful. It's very watery. You can apply it at any stage of your skincare routine. It says it's a serum, but it feels more like a toner if you want to apply it at the essence stage, a toner stage, a serum stage, whatever it is. I think it's just going to play nice with everything. The pump top, amazing. You can dispense the right amount. The consistency is light and hydrating. It's nice to have so many good ingredients packed early in your routine, especially the peptides, hyaluronic acid, amino acids, allantoin, so you can concentrate on some other hard-hitting actives down the line. I've already repurchased and I will be using it again. A top product. Next, I have a toner, and it's the KAINE Combo Balancing Ample Toner. You don't see the color of the bottle, but the toner was reminiscent of kombucha. It seems to be a very popular ingredient. It really helps with conditioning and hydrating the skin. It's not too thin, not too thick, a little bit of a slip to it. It is a little bit basic in a sense that you don't see any kind of immediate results. It's lovely just to have in your routine and let it work away quietly in one of the layers. I might down the line, but I wouldn't say this is something I would go and immediately repurchase. And then we have the COSRX Propolis Synergy Toner. This one's an interesting one. High percentage of propolis extract, which could be antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, really good for acne prone skin. It is full fit, whatever that means, but it does feel like a full bodied toner, a bit of a slip to it. I did feel like it would leave that layer of moisture on top of my skin. It would just sit there. So I found it hard to place within my routine. I would prefer if it was slightly on the thinner side. I am keen to try the ampoule and the cream in the same line. This golden liquidy goodness, unfortunately not for me. Next up, the Round Lab Soybean Nourishing Toner. This is a milky toner. It has loads of great ingredients like hyaluronic acid, panthenol, adenosine, ceramides. It's watery enough that you can apply it with the spray top, which I prefer. I find it much easier to slot into my routine or use it in between different layers. This toner is geared towards dry skin, but I would say it's a little bit more universal. It's nourishing and supportive for your barrier. No fragrance, great for sensitive skin. I do like it. I have repurchased. So there will be another one to report on. The next one, unfortunately, didn't wow me. It's the APRILSKIN Artemisia Rice Essence Toner. You can see already the spray top cap on it. It was nice to apply in between layers. It has Artemisia, aka mugwort, for soothing properties. Also rice bran water, some hyaluronic acid. The blend of ingredients is quite nice. It has no scent to it. It's suitable for sensitive skin. It kind of didn't do anything, or I felt like it didn't do anything in the end. It didn't feel particularly hydrating or particularly soothing. It was just okay. I'm glad I tried it. I won't be chasing after it again. Another calming and soothing toner is the NUMBUZIN #1 Pureful Calming Herb Toner. As you can see, I've tried to put a spray top on it, but the actual toner has a bit of a body to it. It looks quite watery, but it will spit at you rather than producing this fine mist. So I've settled for a nice pump top. You'll see a lot of people raving about this toner, about how wonderfully calming or soothing it is. I didn't find it to be. It was neither particularly hydrating or particularly soothing and calming, even though this toner has Heartleaf, Cica, and licorice wood. It was just nice. It was just meh. And the final star of the show is an absolute favorite, and a lot of people will probably be familiar with it, and it's their new 77 Heartleaf toner. This is a big one, and who doesn't love a big toner to go through? I think more brands should sell their toners in big packaging like this, 500 mils. I do have another one already in my stash. It's watery enough to use with the spray top cap. I do find it really soothing, calming, and hydrating. It's kind of an all-rounder. It's not particularly best in any of those things, but it just gives me everything that I need. I quite happily reach for it again and again. It is just wonderful, simple, and reliable. I absolutely love it. Whew, I think that's it for today. I'm glad we managed to cover all of the cleansers, sheet masks, and toners that have finished in the last 6 months. Anything that stood out for you? Anything you disagree with? I can't wait to take back all the spray top caps and reuse them for other toners. Stay tuned for part 2. Next week I'll be covering all the serums that I've finished up in the last 6 months. There's quite a few of them to go through, so I can't wait to share those with you. If you love skincare that feels fun with lots of steps and zero regrets, then please subscribe. Come back and hang out with me again. I'd love that. I'll see you again soon.